what today is. It's White History Wednesday. Hey! Hey, how you doing? It's your girl, Lamis. And for those of you who are new here, it's White History Wednesday. I created this segment specifically for the people who said, why do black people need a whole month to tell their history? And for that, we give you 52 days. Ready to hear it? Here it go. Y'all know I keep my handy dandy notebook. So in the 1920s, Cornelius Coffey and John C. Robinson wanted to learn to fly. Of course, they had an issue with that. They applied to the Curtis Wright School of Aeronautics in Chicago, and they were accepted until they realized that they were black. Okay. The school revoked admission, but that's okay because Robinson got hired as a janitor where he secretly sat in on classes and listened. And he heard of a plane that was for sale for $300. Now, Coffee wasn't with none of that. He ended up suing the school for discrimination, right? And then they end up coming together buying the plane for the $300. Okay. The school heard of their work and how great and amazing they were that they agreed to give them classes at night in exchange for dropping the lawsuit. Yeah. Don't that sound familiar? They always want to negotiate something. They would rather save their image than to actually do right by people. They didn't do that to help them. They did that so they wouldn't be sued for discrimination. They wanted the lawsuit to end. White History Wednesday. It only makes sense. Okay. Matt Charles Parker was a 23-year-old Army vet, and he was lynched due to a Caucasian woman lying to her husband in order to cover up an affair. She said that he raped her in order to cover up an affair with a white man that she was having in Lumberton, Mississippi. Her name was June Walters. I want to know where the descendants of June is, because if your grandma, great-grandma did something like that, ain't no telling what y'all out here doing right now. White History Wednesday. Let's get into East St. Louis massacre. Okay, it was caused by racial tensions and competition of jobs because they didn't want us working with them. Okay, it was extremely violent attacks on black people by Caucasian mobs in East St. Louis, Illinois. Now that confused me too because I was like, St. Louis got a, Illinois got a St. Louis, but okay, whatever. We here. Now this massacre lasted from late May to early July. The violence led to 100 deaths, 6,000 black people being displaced, and over 400,000 in damages that's equivalent to 9.82 million as of 2024. It was the worst riot in history. But don't tell us about that because I didn't learn about that in school. Did you? Let me know in the comments. White History Wednesday. Vincent Simmons was alleging that he was convicted as a part of a cover-up for a YT man who had connections with the police. And baby, he was right. Vincent spent 44 years. I had to close my eyes because that is unimaginable. He spent 44 years behind bars for a crime he didn't commit. And what's the crime that you ask? Raping some Caucasian twins. Okay, that was the crime. And they lied to cover up the fact that one of them was sleeping with their biological cousin. This man did 44 years for you sleeping with your cousin. White History Wednesday. 6888 receives their Congressional Gold Medal now in 2025. And I know we should be happy, but I really feel like had Tyler Perry not made that movie, these ladies would not be recognized. Most of them are no longer here. I want to say it's just a few of them that's still alive because they were the first all black battalion of black women who served in World War II, and they helped everybody get their mail and stuff. It was a whole movie about it, but I feel like had that movie not come out, they would not be recognized. White History Wednesday. Do y'all remember this situation? It's the caretaker and his autistic client. The caretaker, his hands is up like that because he's trying to convince the police officer not to pew the client because the client was autistic and would not put down his truck. And then even though he's laying there with his hands up, the officer ended up pewing him. And he said, well, why did you shoot me? And the officer said, I don't know. I'm sorry. White History Wednesday. Because what? Did y'all hear about the Daughters of the Confederacy? They were founded in 1894. They rewrote history books to make it seem like slavery wasn't so bad. And that's the history that we teach in our kids today. Okay, and this is why I created White History Wednesday, so we can know the truth about what's been going on for real, for real. And for those of you who stayed and watched the whole entire time, I just want to say thank you for watching White History Wednesday. Don't forget to comment, like, share. If you subscribe, whatever platform you are on. Don't forget I have merch available as well. And if you want to be a content creator, I also have a free content calendar. Y'all have a good one. Have the day y'all deserve. Happy White History Wednesday.